Hey everyone, it's Joel and Sebastian back with you, EV Geek Studios, and today we have a little different video planned for you. We are outside our buddies here at Evolve Auto. Huge shout out to them because they let us borrow and use some of these cars today. So if you haven't been watching the news lately, or if you haven't been watching our podcast lately, which you need to be doing, we've been talking a lot about the used EV market. It's kind of on fire right now. We're seeing prices come down. We're seeing the market being flooded with used EVs that are coming off these leases from 3 and 4 years ago. And we have high gas prices right now. So what we thought we'd do is we spend some time today talking to you about EVs that you can find right now for at or below $25,000. So Sebastian, what do we have in store for today?
Yeah, so we have 7 cars out here. We've got Model 3s, we've got Kia, Hyundai, Chevy. We've got multiple things represented, and these can all be found pretty easily anywhere in the country. Of course, we would love it if you shop from Evolve Auto because they help us, so you know, all that. But you can find these pretty much anywhere out throughout the video. I'll probably put little screenshots on cars.com showing that these aren't the only ones that exist. And I just want to be clear, these 7 cars are not all of the models you're going to find for under $25,000. There are tons and tons of different EV models that aren't represented here, mainly because we don't have them. We didn't have them available right now. But nonetheless, these are not the only choices, but I just wanted to really show what you can find in that price range. And I believe the cheapest one we have out here is a Model 3 back here, and it's $16,900.
So you get into a Tesla for $16,900. So yeah, once again, huge shout out to Evolve Auto. And let's take a tour of what we got. All right, you have me behind the camera today. You have Sebastian giving the tours, and we're going to start off with the cheapest one. So Sebastian, what we got here?
Yeah, so I'm just starting off with this one because I already alluded to it, and we might as well talk about it. This is a 2018 Model 3 long-range dual motor, $16,900. Now, admittedly, it is a bit higher mileage, 110,000. But honestly, 110,000 on a 2018 doesn't even sound that bad, in my opinion. And again, 16.9. So let's just take a quick look at what you get on the 2018 Model 3. So this one is black. Of course, your color may vary if you find one somewhere else. This one has the upgraded wheels on it, which look better than the Aero wheels in my opinion. The 2018 still have all the chrome finish on it. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I'm indifferent. It does make it a little old man-y to me.
A lot of people chrome delete it, yep.
We'll pop open. You still do phone as a key. You still get a key card. You can take a quick glance in here. Now, this being a 2018, you can see some of the flaws in the early cars, like the wood on the dash is kind of cracking and peeling, but that's an easy thing to fix with vinyl.
Like they did in the middle there. They put some carbon fiber over the middle.
And I really just want to talk about, so 2018, right? It's at 82%. The AC is cranked. Let me just turn that off for a sec. And it's showing 205 miles of range for 16 grand at 82%. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. Let me climb back out. These, of course, are NACS because it's a Tesla. Boom, there you go. Still works. Still feels like I'm braking when I close them. Model 3 has but 2018s are not power, I forgot. But you still get a huge trunk. You can see they've this one has an all-weather in it. That's, of course, not included. Your mileage may vary. You still get a huge trunk. And even though this is dual motor, you still get a huge under trunk.
You do.
Pop that closed, and we can take a quick peek back seat even, because Model 3 is still a pretty usable car.
As you can see, plenty of room here.
Joel's 6 foot tall. That seat did not get moved, so it could even go forward a little bit. You can see Model 3 has glass roof. You've got heated seats up front, heated steering wheel.
2 USB
is
ports.
A solid package. It's all-wheel drive, so it's fast.
So these have the older USB ports in them though, because it is a
2018, right? But anyway, this can all be had at $16,900. And of course, that's Evolve's price.
Similar make, similar mileage, similar years, probably right around the same price.
Yeah. So that is our first car.
Yes.
Let's go to our second.
Where are we going?
All right, our next choice. Maybe you want to spend a little bit more money and also maybe get a nicer car because of it. And that's where this 2019 Model S long range comes in. Now, again, this one is higher mileage, 110,000 miles. So keep that in mind. But 2019, so it's not like it's a first gen Model S or anything. This is not the newest refresh, not what do they call it, Palladium, but I think this is considered Raven, if I remember my Model S terminology right. Anyway, but you can see this is the very typical gray color. Come around, you have the, what are these? Are these 19s or 20s? These are 19-inch wheels. On this version, You still have your power handles. We can take a peek in there. You can just see it's a nice interior.
I really like the brown interior.
It's Model
on
S.
this, yeah.
You still get your 2 screens on Model S. This one has the vertical because, again, it's not the newest car. And you can see, let's tap that up the top. No, it doesn't work like that on these. I forget. So this one's at 208 miles of range. It doesn't tell me what percent it's in. I can't remember. You have to go on the screen to change that.
Boy, that air is blowing too. And nice cold air still out of these cars too.
Nice cold air. You still get your glass roof. You still have good interior console space. You have multiple storage pockets here. You've got cup holders. You've got keys, which is a rare thing to see. Of course, you can also do a key card or phone as a key as well. Take a quick peek in the back while you're here. You can see you have USB ports. You have a good amount of room.
Plenty of room. Much larger than the Model 3.
Right, which makes sense.
As you can see, it has that leather or vegan leather in it. You do get the glass roof, like you said. So yeah, plenty of room. Very comfortable too.
And if you come around here, you've got, of course, a... Do I not know how to open up the charge port on Model S? Anyway, NACS port. I'm doing something wrong. These are also not a sedan. They're actually a liftback, hatchback thing. Gigantic trunk.
Yes, there is.
And, like the Model 3, big old underfloor storage. And these are also all-wheel drive.
You also get a little side storage pocket over there too.
They're all-wheel drive and all that. This is, of course, since it's the luxury version, it has power liftgate with a nice hearty beep. The only other thing I want to see is I want to know what actual percent it was at. As the AC blows.
I know, I even put it up.
68%, 208 miles. There we go.
So 68% with how? What's the charge?
68%, 208 miles of range
Gotcha.
on this 2019 with 110,000 miles. But I mean, it still looks pretty good.
It does.
And so if you're looking for something a little nicer, this one is currently listed here at 23 grand. So it's a little bit higher than 16, obviously. But if you're able to go a little higher miles, slightly older model year, you can find them cheaper, even closer maybe to that Model 3. But I'm excited. I want to talk about this one next.
So a non-Tesla makes its first mark.
So this is a 2024 Chevy Blazer EV. Now, I do want to be just perfectly open and transparent. This one is actually over 25 currently at Evolve. But as I will be showing on the screen here, all over the country, you can find these maybe slightly higher mileage than this one. This one's only got 4,000 miles. That's why it's right over that 25 mile.
But if you're willing them online for under 25.
If you're willing to accept, I don't know, 20,000 miles.
Yes.
Which on a 2-year-old car is not that many miles. Anyway, if you're willing to accept that, you can get in under 25. But this one, Chevy Blazer EV, this one is actually all-wheel drive. And we'll just take a quick peek here at the front. This is our first SUV of the batch today. You can see, sorry, train noises. You can see you've got your LED light signature, you got your typical bow tie. This is the LT trim level, so this, of course, this is an all-black car anyway, so you wouldn't be able to tell what this would not be. This is a body color piece. On the RS, it's black. Coming around, you can see you have a CCS port here on the front. Always hit the wrong side. On the front driver's side, it is one of the most over-engineered pieces of technology I've ever seen, but it does work. 150 kilowatt peak DC fast charge speed, which is not amazing, but
it's all GM.
Whatever. They're 10 to 80s in the 30 to 40 minute range, which is true of all the cars we've talked about so far today. They're all very similar, except for when we get to later. I'll let that close and take its sweet time.
It's been a while since we've been in the Blazer. That's one of like the first EV reviews we did was a Blazer, I believe.
Yeah, so let's just take a quick peek on what you get on the inside of a Blazer, because this is a pretty big departure from like a Model 3 or even a Model S. So you get your 2-screen situation. You have Android Automotive. It's going to ding it the whole time because, you know, GM. But you have Android Automotive, which means you can install apps, you can install media streaming, you can install Google Maps. It's got Google Maps built in with route planning. It's got no Apple CarPlay. It won't stop dinging until you close the door.
Okay.
So it's just going to ding the whole time. But yeah, you can install Waze, or you can install Better Route Planner, you can install Spotify. It will be getting Apple Music soon. It's got a wireless phone charger right there next to your cup holders. You've got leather seats that are heated on this one. This one doesn't have the cooled seats. I do believe that's an option. Okay, get out of the car so it stops dinging.
Stop dinging.
I tried to get all that out as fast as I could.
GM with the dings.
GM with the bongs. and take a look in the back. This is the biggest back seat
I guess we could have
we've
done it
seen
back
so
here and it
far.
would have dinged.
Whatever.
Yep. So lots of room back here.
Yeah, biggest back seat we've seen so far today. Now, of course, this one is not heated or anything like that. You do get 2 USB-C ports, 2 air vents,
Leather.
cup holders. You still get your leather seats. They feel nice. They feel good. You can see you have dual zone. Oh, actually, no, it's only single zone climbing up front. Okay. Maybe there's a higher option that gets you that. This one does not
Maybe
have
the
the
SS
option
does.
for Super Cruise. That's one thing to mention is those 2 previous cars do technically support full self-driving, although they're not the newest stack. Whether or not you care about that, I don't know.
But if you want a bigger car, that's only, what, a year or 2 old?
Yeah, this one's, I mean, in 2024.
Yep.
But it's also got 4,000 miles on it.
Yes.
So.
It's really nice. I forgot how nice these were.
Yeah,
Like I said,
Blazer is a good package.
it's been a while since we've been in a...
There's, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a few shortfalls, you know, slower charging, things like that. But really, as a package, it's still solid. We'll take a quick look at the trunk. You can see your little blue E because it's electric.
Because they do make a gas version of the Blazer.
They do make a gas Blazer. But because it's a full SUV, the trunk is huge for, I mean, the size vehicle it is. Now, this is where some of that packaging goes in. Tesla's an EV first automaker, so you can see you still have an underfloor pocket, but it's definitely not near as big as those other 2 cars we talked about earlier. Never knew this.
Because if you want to pop it open, or hang it to the top, or have it on the top, maybe.
I don't know what that.
I don't know what that is
I don't know
for.
what you would use that for. I'm just gonna
Put it back where it was.
I'm like, maybe to hook that up.
I don't know. Maybe if you want to prop it open for some reason.
Anyway,
did that have a drain down there? No,
No,
it didn't.
just a bolt.
I thought it would be something that they could storage sodas in and drain.
I don't know. Anyway, still power lift gate, of course. You still have all LED lighting fixtures on the rear, which is nice. Again, you can see this one is all-wheel drive, as indicated by the AWD. And we'll just take one final look. These are the base LT wheels. The RS trims have a slightly fancier looking wheel.
All right, the next 2, we're back to Model 3, but 2 different ones. Tell us what we got here, Sebastian.
2 different ones, but they're more similar than you think. These are both 2023 Model 3 bases. So that means they have the base battery pack, whatever. I picked both of these because they're similarly priced, but I mainly wanted to show. So this one is 25, this one's 21. This one has almost 100,000 miles. This one has 30,000 miles. So I just wanted to show how that, I mainly did this for the diversity of the price isn't that far apart, but mileage is huge. And so if you really shop around, you know, I might have showed you a car earlier that had 110,000. You're like, oh, that's a little too high. You can probably find one with lower miles for a very similar price if you really wanted to. So which one do you want to look at? Do you want to look at this one?
Let's start with this.
Let's
I
look
think
at
this is probably the best deal, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so this one's $24,900 here at Evolve. Your mileage may vary in your local market. This is, again, Model 3 base. So these are the base aero wheels on the 2023s. So this is kind of the second refresh for Model 3, and then they went to the Highland for 2024. So this is like the last of the original cars, basically.
LFPs on these?
I don't remember if this is the LFP or not,
I don't remember either.
because I don't remember in 2023 if
It's going to beep at you, too.
it's going to be, because the headlights are on, I'll turn them off. Off.
I'm going to go around and swing the other side, Sebastian, the passenger seat. So as you can see, all the Model 3s from the back all look the same, especially the 2023s. This was before they did the redesign. So let's pop in here and get some more details. I'm telling you, all these cars got the air kicking, and it's really not that hot today. It's actually a nice day. The rain stays away. So what are you doing right now, Sebastian?
I'm putting it in service mode. I'm trying to see if it gives me more info of the battery pack. You can see we are at 136 miles of range at 52%. This one has the newer infotainment system, so it should get more features for longer. It has AMD Ryzen. It is the older FSD computer, though, so it's currently not getting the newest FSD versions. But I want to see high voltage. My seat is moving itself.
You hit the button, I think.
Oh, probably. Yeah, okay. It's just not gonna. It doesn't tell you in here. I thought it might. But yeah,
I love that
graphic. I love that Tesla gives you all of this information in here, so you can actually see what is going on. I'm gonna exit though because I don't need to be in here.
Yep.
And I'll pop out so you can see this one has the wood finish on the dash still, like Model 3 does. This is a slightly different grain. You can see it has held up a little bit better.
This has the updated console.
Updated center console with this big open pocket with USB-C ports, 2 of them. Tons of storage down here. You have wireless phone charger, key card goes right there.
Yep.
Center console with a light and a 12-volt outlet. Nice.
Glove boxes here that put it down through the screen.
And I'll pop back out for a sec. Don't even have to show back seat. It hasn't changed that much.
Yep.
One thing you get on 2023 that you don't get in 2018 is this should be a power trunk now, but you can see still huge, still the same size. This one is single motor, and you can see even with it being single motor, this under area is still gigantic.
Yes.
It's still the same size because this is a rear-wheel drive bias car. And one thing we haven't really mentioned on Tesla is you also get a respectable front trunk in all of these.
You do.
On the Teslas, that is.
Yeah. GM, not so much.
Let me come in here. And you can see, I mean, a respectable size front trunk. It's got weather stripping to keep water out, keep things dry. Like, Model 3 is such a good package. It makes a lot of sense why they sell so many of them.
And it's nice seeing the 2023s now under
25 grand. Because, I mean, 2023 is like that, again, that last year before they went to the Highland refresh. So these have the most stuff fixed on them. Tesla over the years, you know, they improve and increment and everything else as they go through. These have the least quirks.
There you go.
Not that there's anything wrong with that 2018, but you know, there's some quirks, some manufacturing things, whatever, that have been ironed out over the years. Suspensions gets better, things like that. And we'll take a quick peek. So this should be the same car.
It has the updated wheels.
It has the updated wheels, but 110,000 miles. I'll let you take a quick peek at the interior though to see that even after 110,000 miles of driving, it still looks good.
The wood grain has a good finish on it. The leather has a good finish on it.
These cars seem to wear pretty well. You know, like, yeah, they seem to wear pretty well. Like they don't, the seats seem to hold up pretty decently. These, like the wood is still in good shape and things like that.
So yeah. This is the blue color. These are the 19-inch rims. Yes, these are the 19-inch rims.
Yeah.
I like these better than the Aero wheels, but that's an upgraded pack. I think this is a $1,500 upgrade when you buy the car.
So yeah, when it was new. Who knows now what you would do.
All right, and we're going to end with the two EGMP cars, which are our cars, but can be found for under $25,000. You got yours under $25,000.
I was going to say is technically these two are not for sale here at Evolve, but I brought them in.
They could be for the right price.
They could be for the right price. But I brought these in because I mean I legitimately bought this for under 25 grand, and that was 6 months ago, and they've gotten cheaper since then.
And I think mine's around 21 right now.
And so yeah, I just wanted to point these two out because I still feel like EGMP is one of the most undefeated used car bargains right now. If you can get over a couple of their quirks, which we can talk about in a second, but we'll take a look at this one. This is my Ioniq 5. Forgive me for it not being super clean.
Mine's not either.
This was a kind of a last second video idea that I had just this morning because I wasn't sure if it was gonna rain or not. And I have a 3-year-old and all that jazz, so please forgive me. But this is my 2023 Hyundai Ioniq 5 rear-wheel drive SEL. And what do you get? So this is a more traditional SUV hatchbacky shape. You get, excuse the trash, this one has the white interior, which has some blue jean stains on it. My bad.
I hit the camera too, sorry.
You have the 2 screen setup, which the car's not on, but there's not anything worth showing on that. You have a Model 3 moving parts that is not included if you buy this car.
It can be.
But these seats are power, they're heated. I have a heated steering wheel. I've got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, both wired, unfortunately. I have ADAS. I have HGA2 in here, so it does lane centering, adaptive cruise, all that jazz. I'll let you hop out. Don't show all my trash. These are the base wheels on this car. I wasn't a huge fan of them, but people tell me all the time that they think they like them. So apparently I'm just wrong. I don't know. To me, they just look a little bit too much like a flower.
I can see that, yep. I was thinking like a samurai.
Oh, yeah.
Things, yeah.
And we won't get too far in here because, again, there's trash. But you can see decent sized back seat. You've got USB-C, or not USB-C, USB-A ports. You've got room for a car seat.
Plenty
all
of
that
room.
Jazz.
Yeah, you towed around a toddler in this thing.
You can take a look at the back. I love the way the Ioniq 5 looks. I'm not biased at all, obviously.
It's got that pixelated.
I love the pixels. You can see power liftgate on the SEL trim. Good sized cargo area. Maybe not as big as Blazer because this is a slightly smaller
But you got a
SUV.
backpack, a work bag, and a stroller back here, and still plenty of room.
Still plenty of room and some napkins. Just ignore that.
That's what it's like to have a baby.
And then the magic sauce behind EGMP is these two cars are the only two cars we've talked about today that are built on an 800-volt battery platform, which enables them to charge fast.
Basically, half the speed as the other cars, basically.
Or double the speed.
Double the speed as the other cars, sorry. Math is hard.
So this is, of course, CCS. You can charge Tesla superchargers on this. You can also develop a Blazer. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not.
With an adapter.
With an adapter.
Or if you pull up at the station, yep.
But, so CCS on this, and one at a charger that will give you full power. So this one's 240-ish kilowatts peak, 10 to 80% in 18 minutes. So these other cars into 30 to 40 minutes, 18 minutes.
Yes.
Now, there are some reliability concerns on EGMP cars, which currently, under warranty, I'm not too worried about it. But it is worth considering,
All the
especially
issues
if
with
you
my
look at.
EGMP car have been covered under warranty. It was only 2 of them, so yeah.
And it's one of those, if you're looking at them on the used market, do keep it in mind. If you're looking at higher mileage, these cars are known to eat ICCUs. So that is the module that basically does the step down between the big battery and the small battery and does like charging control and things like that.
It is covered under the high voltage warranty.
It's under the high voltage warranty, so 10-year, 100,000 mile. But keep that in mind if you're looking at these used. And if you don't like the looks of the Ioniq 5, there's the EV6, which is the sister car and very similar. Same powertrain, same charging speed, all that. Slightly different shape. So I love the design elements of my car, like the pixels and all that. I think the shape of the EV6 is awesome.
It's a little more aero.
But you can take a peek around here. So yours is the Wind.
It's the Wind wheel drive, yep.
Okay. So this is also kind of a middle trim level.
And we did an efficiency test on this video a couple weeks ago. It did pretty well.
Yeah, and so these are just like little curious differences. So you can see on the SEL middle trim Ioniq 5, the handles actually automatically present themselves. The EV6 does not. You do have to push
more
in.
Of a Tesla.
It's more Tesla style, but you'll let you take a quick peek in there. It's your car. You can choose what to show.
All right. So as you can see, it's the setup is very similar to the Ioniq 5. So as you can see, we have this here. Start it up. Make sure the volume is turned down so we don't hear any music. So yeah. This little thing bothers me here, but you have to switch back and forth if you want air or radio. But yeah, everything's good. You have the wireless.
Yeah, and talking about option differences, you have heated and cooled seats, but no heated steering wheel.
True.
I only have a heated seat and heated steering wheel.
Yes.
So if you decide that's something that's important for you, maybe you buy the EV6 instead of the Ioniq 5.
Yep.
You still have black leather seats. You have a similar sized rear seat, slightly less headroom because of that more hatchback shape versus kind of tall short SUV tall hatchback that the Ioniq 5 has. But take a quick peek. I mean, you have teenagers and
we've taken road trip. We've driven this car 13 hours to South Carolina, no issues.
Yep. With teenagers.
As you can see, what they do to compensate for the headroom though is they let you take these seats.
You can lean them back.
The whole way back.
You can lean them back and slouch a little bit, and then you have plenty of room.
That gives you some more headroom issue. You have the cup holders. You got the 2 USB-Cs. You have the vents kind of in the pillar, the B pillar.
Best place in my opinion.
Yes, the B pillar here. So yes, so it doesn't clutter down there. So yeah, so I believe looking online, this is a 2022. These are going for about, I'd say 21 to 22,000. I got to turn the car off. It's beeping.
Just, your mileage may vary. There's someone currently selling a 2023 Ioniq 5 on Facebook Marketplace in Sherwood. Mm-hmm. They want 18 grand for it.
There you go.
30,000 miles.
What color is it?
Gray.
They live one street over from me.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, they're selling it. So
you know why? They just got a Hummer. So.
Yeah, I thought it was the same house.
Yep, they got a Hummer. So yep.
And one last thing we'll look at is you can see a little less cargo area on the EV6 than compared to the
plenty of storage.
But still plenty of storage, and mainly just the cargo space is vertical.
Yep. Got the good old adapter.
Adapter. Does that not slide around and make you crazy?
No, it stays right there. I don't know if this, honestly, last fit liners have been awesome.
For sure.
We did a video of that.
I have them in my car as well.
That thing has stayed in its spot for 2 weeks since we went to Dallas. It has not moved one spot.
But you ended up not really using it on your trip, did you?
No, because we went to the Ioniq
stations. Because you kept going to Iona and
yep.
everything else. And because yours is EGMP as well, you still get the 10 to 80, 18 minutes.
Yep.
Whoop. Power charge port door. All right, let's go do our final thoughts.
Final thoughts. All right, so before we start our final thoughts, in the time it took us to set up that camera, the $16,000 Tesla is sold.
It's gone.
Gone. Actually, it's not gone. They took it back to charge. It's being shipped to Northwest Arkansas. So yeah, just like that, one of them's gone. So Sebastian, let me ask you, all these cars, even including yours, if you had to pick one, under 25, what are you getting?
Oh, that's hard.
Yep.
I mean, obviously I picked one.
Yes.
I did.
But if you had to redo?
If I had to redo, I don't know. There's also just a lot of cars that aren't out here.
Yeah.
I would have loved if we could have also, in addition to Blazer, had an Equinox.
Yep.
Or a Mach-E or things like that. The moral of the story is, right now the world's kind of your oyster.
Yes.
For cheap, affordable EVs. There was a lot of sadness when the federal tax credit went away. You could no longer do the $4,000 tax credit, whatever. And kudos to Colin, he called it.
Yep.
The prices went down after that because, as it turns out, the pricings of these vehicles at auction were just being inflated to make up for that $4,000 tax credit. Basically, instead of a $21,000 car being a $21,000 car, it was suddenly $25,000, even though it was still a $21,000 car, and they were just pocketing an extra $4,000 in profit because why not?
Yep.
And so, I mean, he called it as soon as that went away. They started going back at auction at normal prices. They weren't inflating them by default, you know, type situation. And it might have taken a little while for it to correct itself, but now I feel like we're kind of in that correction. And like you mentioned before, so many of these are now coming off lease, you know, and there's just going to be another flood. I think we, on one of our recent Friday Charge episodes, I think Experian said like it was a super high percentage of all off lease returns this year are going to be electric cars.
300,000, they said, off lease coming off lease this year. Now, some people will keep those.
Right. But a lot of them won't because as we talked about before, you know, in the 2 years or 3 years that they've had their lease, the new ones have gotten cheaper and they could just get into a new one for less money than they were paying before.
Yep.
And then those hit the used market and, you know, Bob's your uncle.
Gotcha.
That said, I don't know. I actually do really like that Blazer back
Probably
there.
the best value right now for the price would be the Blazer.
Probably.
Probably because it's the newer model, less miles, things like that.
280, 290 miles of range. That's all-wheel drive. Cannot remember the exact specifics
You
on
could
the
probably
all-wheel
find
drive.
one for around 30 or 40,000 miles for around 25,000.
I mean, even 20,000 miles for probably $25,000. I want to say our good friend Doug Wright, when he traded his in to the Porsche dealership, they had it listed for like 23, 24.
Yep. All right. So my question to you is, if you could pick an EV for under 25,000, would you pick one of these? Would you pick something else? We want to know in the comments. We're going to wrap up for the day. It's starting to sprinkle. The clouds are about to open up here a little bit, so we don't want to get wet. Thank you for watching. As always, subscribe, follow, do whatever. Hit that notification icon so you know when new content drops. And we'll see you again in another EV Geek Studio review. Bye, everyone.